Hello, everyone, and welcome in for your daily card pull for today, Thursday, July 20th. And let's go ahead and jump in and see what messages the universe has in store for you. And the weekend is in sight, so hopefully have some fun plans for this upcoming weekend. All right, today let's start with our water signs. So our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and see what message is coming through. All right. The Hermit. So that is that card, that message of kind of self-imposed isolation, reflection. Actually, let's take a look at the jumper card. The Moonlight Goddess, repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. So actually that goes very well with the Hermit card, because the Hermit really is about kind of doing that quiet reflection and thinking about, what it is that you really want in life. So that is pairing up, I guess, kind of nicely with the North Node shift, because that whole North Node is about what is it that you're here to learn? What should you be aspiring to? What are your lessons for this lifetime? So for an actual pull then too is Tree of Life, fertility, creativity, destiny, and magical blessings. So that destiny part here kind of goes along with that whole North Node aspect, since that is about your destiny. What are you supposed to be learning? And the other part, the creativity and the magical blessings, some of those will come out as you work on your healing and working on those repressed emotions. So let's see what moon card we get for you. The energy is gaining momentum. So some of that energy of healing and creativity, that's kind of gaining momentum as you do your introspection and as you work on your healing and your repressed emotions. It will help you be able to gain some more momentum once you can get yourself into that mindset of really thinking about what are the things that you need to work on. What wounds do you have? Oh, this one popped out. Death. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. So some of that, as you do that deep introspection, and I'll pull another one since you had a jumper card. As you do that deep introspection, you do get to a point of realizing that things that are no longer serving you should be released to make room for things that will serve you. And surrender. I can release my need to control. So that is your other card out of the Soul Journey deck. So with this, it looks like it's that kind of period of time for you where you are doing that reflection and figuring out what path do you want to take. And once you're able to do that and kind of figure out, okay, what needs to go, what needs to be released, and what direction do I need to go on, you're going to gain that momentum and you're going to have those magical blessings and be on that path of destiny. But you have to kind of do these other things first, the introspection and releasing what is no longer serving you in order to make room in your life for things that will move you along your path. So that was for our water signs. Let's move into our air signs next. So that's going to be our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and see what message is coming through for you for today. The Empress. So the Empress energy, that is that kind of divine feminine, that nurturing, flowing type of energy. So really sitting in that kind of like heart space, since it's that divine feminine energy. And let's see what your Gaia card is. The Dream. Something is revealed. Insight. Breakthrough. And with the dream part of it, make sure that you're paying attention to what it is that you're dreaming about. So when you call on God, the divine, the universe, during your meditations or prayers, and you're asking for some guidance, oftentimes the answers may come to you in dreams. That's a kind of an easier way for your higher self or your spirit guides to be able to communicate with you. So if at all possible, maybe keep a dream journal, or before you even get up and out of bed, sit there or lay there for a minute or two and just kind of reflect back on what was it that you were dreaming about, because that could be some of your answers coming to you in that dream state. And you got blue moon, believe in the impossible. So that's something that the divine can work with you in whatever way. With God, anything is possible. So don't limit yourself. If you have those self-limiting beliefs of saying, it's impossible, that is going to create barriers to you getting what you're wanting. And I'm feeling a really strong pull with all these different blues, like with the card tying in, with the belief in the impossible. That's really pulling together with the Empress for me. That believe in your divine feminine. Whether you're on a twin flame journey or not, that divine feminine energy. Like I said, that's that creative, loving, nurturing heart space, heart chakra type of energy, and really believe in that and the intuition, and know that things that might seem impossible really aren't. And your soul journey card is peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. So, like I was saying, in terms of with manifesting, you can't be sitting in a place of doubt or a place of, oh, I'm sure this can't happen. And like I was saying, nothing's impossible with God and with spirit. So you need to step into that belief that if it's meant to be, it'll be, and that, you can get those breakthroughs if you can get to that point of peace and kind of surrendering to the divine. So that is the message for our air signs. And next we move into our fire signs, which is our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And let's see what message is coming through for you for today. The Emperor. So I like that I guess sequence of Empress, Emperor energy. So the Emperor, that's the strong, like divine masculine energy. That's that kind of fatherly leader type of energy. It's more, logical. It's more in the, call it 3D headspace. So when I say headspace, I'm not talking about like third eye or crown, like intuition, but more the logical 3D side. So that's the energy that you're sitting in, fire signs. And your Gaia card is peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. So some of that could be that those unwanted or disturbing thoughts are coming up because you have been sitting too much in this Emperor energy. And remember, the Major Arcana card pull for the day, that's either a caution about this is what's happening, or it's a suggestion about this is what you need to embody to make your situation better. So depending on what your situation is, if you've been sitting in a place where you've had a lot of, as this one says, disturbing or unwanted thoughts, maybe part of that is that you're stuck in a situation where you're too much in the, Emperor energy, and you need to work on blending that divine masculine energy with the divine feminine energy and be sitting in more of a heart space. Or if you've been sitting more in, I'll call it this stagnant space, and maybe it is kind of, all emotional, maybe you do need to embody that logical, okay, this is what we need to do type of mindset. But think about whatever your disturbing thoughts are and kind of what is the cause of it, and what place does the Emperor hold in that? Is the Emperor the one that's kind of keeping those disturbing thoughts on loop? Maybe you're focused too much on the, well, if I do this, then this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and you're doubting the universe too much. Or maybe it's that your heart and emotional space is running away with you. Your moon card is don't let pride get in your way. So this, with the Emperor card, kind of tells the story of, since the Emperor is that strong leader type of energy, this is saying, actually, to beware of that emperor energy. Don't let pride get in your way. If you feel like you're not on the right path, like, so when you're sitting there and you're quiet, in your peace, in your meditation, if you're not on the right path, don't let pride keep you from getting on the right path. The hardest part is taking the first step. Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And with that, some of it is, this sequence here, I'm seeing that there's something that you've been working on. You've been trying to change a situation, trying to change it, and you're getting to a point of realizing that maybe you can't change the situation. But what does that mean for you? Because sometimes for people that it creates this internal conflict of, well, but I've been trying, and if I say that I can't change it, then does that make me a failure? Is that a reflection of me? And then it kind of gets in your head that you have to keep doing this because otherwise you're a failure. And that's not necessarily the case. Like, to keep doing the same thing that's not getting you results, that's not making you happy, that's not putting you on your path to stay in that energy and to stay in that position, that's what the failure is. Being strong and standing up for yourself and advocating for yourself and making those changes to move into your truth, that's power. That's winning. That's kind of the ultimate flex, is to be able to say, yes, this is a crummy situation. I acknowledge it. I can't change it, but I'm not going to, go down with the ship just as a matter of pride. I'm going to find that peace and change direction. So that was for our fire signs. And now our earth signs. So that's going to be our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yours is the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune card, that is that fated and destined card. And it's usually a good omen, that things are changing for the better. The wheel is turning and it's bringing you good fortune. And that's something to be encouraged by. And so let's see. Let's see what the Gaia card is for you. Yin Yang, creating harmony through balance. And with that, maybe you had a situation where you felt like things were out of balance. Maybe you were contributing more energetically, either whether it's a work situation, maybe you felt like you were working your tail off and nobody was noticing. Maybe it was a family dynamic where you feel like you're the one that's always having to hold everything together for everybody else. Maybe it's a friendship or a relationship where you feel like you're doing all the work. And part of it, you have to create harmony through balancing that energy. It can't just be one person giving all the time without having anything in return. And your moon card is nothing is yet set in stone. So things can be changed. So even when things are fated and destined, if there's certain lessons that you're supposed to learn, your free will determine how you learn the lesson. You can learn it the easy way, you can learn it the hard way, but nothing is yet set in stone. And if you're on a path that you feel like isn't really the right path, you can change that. It just takes that inner strength sometimes to do that. So let's see what your soul journey card is. Service. I feel good when I can help others. And that's something that, that creating balance and harmony when you're helping others, whether that's people immediately around you, whether that's your whole community, maybe the balance point that you were needing to find is maybe you had been on the receiving end of a lot of, I'll call it good energy from other people, and you need to find the balance by giving back. but it looks like, maybe there's something new that's coming in, like a new activity, new hobby, new something that, for you to be able to contribute back. And that will help kind of also boost that confidence, boost that feel good sense within you. So that's what it looks like for our earth sign. So as always, take only what resonates from the reading and leave the rest behind. And I hope that your journey is peaceful and that you feel like you're making progress of stepping into your truth and into the path that you're called to be on. So until next time, bye-bye.